Run him up. Brakes, brakes, brakes. Oh, scars.
Thought you meant the other brakes.
Oh. I had to dodge scars a little bit. Oh god damn it.
I win! Let me get out of your guys' way. Did you actually shoot me down, you son of a bitch?
No. You just crashed.
I'm actually still alive. So there's no eject. There's no eject in a helicopter.
There should be a button. Walk out.
Alright. Your task today is going to be to shoot down those motherfucking Haji Khan suckers and not get shot down by me in the process. It'll be an M2000C defensive role only. Not going to use any radar missiles. Or actually, should I?
Not shoot us down, because I do not have long enough to start this motherfucker back up.
Well, whose fault is that?
Scars,
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I agree as well.
we're gonna start making a left-hander.
The at the window, canopy to canopy visual hand signal is the wank motion.
Give it
I
a
have to
left
learn
kick.
to start up on that Gazelle and really start learning it because I like flying it. Be even more nice when I get those MFGs. It feels like they gave more authority in the Mirage cockpit to move around.
Is that you, Fred, that's low over the city right now?
No.
Look over your left window.
Looking.
I'm through your left wing.
Oh, I know what's happening.
The lag from the comments. Yeah.
There we go. I was like, why do I not have scars on data link? Oh yes, because we're both at 101.
What kind of bombs are those, Fred?
87s.
It carries fucking 87s.
Carrier CBU 87s? I did not know that.
I think it's
I feel fucking gypped now. I only got rock eyes.
That's actually pretty damn effective.
What's the British one that the Mirage gets, like the B75, something like that?
BLG 66?
So, yeah, something like that.
It's in there. I don't know if it works yet, so I haven't been. I mean, this is only the second day since I got my new joystick in, so.
Alright. I gotta take my afterburner D10 out. This is killing me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to reprogram my target for the hump because I keep having to go over the hump to catch up and not catch up and catch up and not catch up.
What do you mean over the hump? Do you have an afterburner?
No.
Not I just had to make the target profile so that just before the detent is 100%.
Yeah, we were playing Falcon yesterday, so both of us have our D10s in.
Oh, I did. Like I said, for GCS it's target, and then if I don't have afterburner, I just make the 100% short of the detent.
Yeah. I don't play with enough stuff in afterburner on DCS. Okay. Scars reference 0.3.
I hope you
Like how I
rockets.
took the time to make you nice tier points.
For us not to follow.
Completely ignore them, yeah.
Well,
I don't care if you ignore them, they're labeled.
still call it 0.3. Target. Until he gets his track hour, I'm not going to try to fly any kind of like crazy formation with him.
Just teach him how to fly his plane correctly.
Yep, exactly.
You got the tail flashlights on? What is it, in Vegas? Actually, we kind of are in Vegas, aren't we?
What's your guys' flight level?
Angel 6.
Barometric?
Yeah, and the other one. 064, I guess, if you want to be technical about the flight level.
Yeah.
Scorch, did you bring marker rockets?
I did not. I brought the same loadout Scar's has, so damn, I should have.
Alright, if you can, like,
I'll blow something up and then that'll mark it.
yeah, make a reference.
Alright, we're
'Cause
gonna
I
want to
should
stay on
go
this
to
side of
about
the
10 minutes
river
ago.
for now, Scars. Because BTRs aren't too nasty, but if you get too close, they'll mess you up.
Oh my goddamn D1010.
I don't see scars.
I'm looking at him. Where are you at? Oh, you're coming around towards me. He's ahead of me, a little high.
Oh, he's ahead.
I will turn my oh no, because we both have anti-collision on right now.
You're the one with slimes and the tail elimination?
He is got formation markers. I don't. I'm in trail right now.
Okay, then I must be following scars.
Yeah, I am off your left wing right now. Alright, Scars. What do you want to do first?
Oh no, you're the one in trail.
I don't really have a preference.
Well, I guess go ahead and power up your Mavs.
Well, you already did that. How would you feel?
Pretty good because I forgot to do it. Alright. Power on your TGP and your laser. Okay, actually go ahead, just arm your
I
gun
don't-
and master arm.
How to do that?
Don't know how to do that? Okay. You know where your gun arm and your master arm are?
Yeah.
TGP and laser are directly below that.
Oh, okay.
Are you guys
Turn both those on.
bright?
Yeah. TGP is like the Mavs. It's gonna take a minute for it to time out. When it does, we'll drop some LGBs on something.
Is there shit over here that shoots us down?
On this side of the river there isn't. On the other side there is. But they're BTRs, so they're not like high threat. But if you get close to them, they're gonna shoot you.
You're still Angel 6?
I am Angels 8. Scars is about Angel 7 right now.
I hear ya.
Okay. So here's something you can do to make life a whole lot easier for you. Set your autopilot to Alt, A-L-T.
Visual.
I know when you do that.
Done it?
Now turn your aircraft about 20, maybe 30 degrees to the left. And then engage your autopilot. Make sure you're level. And when you get the little boom, and when you do, you let off. And what's going to happen is your plane's going to fly in a circle. I'm going to go down a little further, and I'm going to do the same thing. Let me know when you got it going. You might have to give it a little throttle.
I got it.
Okay, cool. I have to actually look down and click mine because my autopilot button is destroyed.
Both of them?
Yeah, my other one's shorter too. Alright, your TGP should be warmed up by now.
Yeah.
Alright, so click AG for air to ground.
You're
Alright,
fed.
so here's a couple things you can do.
Yeah, I saw you come out there.
Top left, you see it says CNTL for control.
Yeah.
Click that. You're gonna see a bunch of crap come up. The big ones you're gonna want to worry about are latch. It says latch off. What that does, if you turn it on, when you hit your laser, it's gonna be a toggle button. Basically, tap it once for on, tap it once for off. If it's off, you have to hold it to laze. So that's personal preference. You can also set your bombs to auto laze if you don't even want to mess with it. And then the bottom left, you'll see, well, I guess it's left side bottom. L1688 and LSS1688. The L is your laser code. The LSS is the laser code that you are searching for. And that sounds confusing, but basically, when you let's say you're 1688 and I'm 1234. If you put LSS in 1234, I will have 1234 in the L. Then I can actually laser target. You can kind of point close to it and hit LSS on the regular screen, and your TGP will track to my laser. It'll search for it, and when it finds it, it'll actually snap to it. So it's a way to share targets. A lot of times we use data link over LSS because LSS is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of finicky sometimes. Yeah. We've gotten it to work, but you've got to have. I don't know what the window is for it to work. I think it's pretty narrow. But anyways, for now you can leave default laser code. But if you ever want to change it, like you're on a public server, the L is what you're going to worry about, and then you have to set your bombs up for it too. But like I said, I mean, with us, you don't have to worry about us messing you up, goofing off. On a regular,
Never would happen.
yeah. On a regular server though, if you're dropping bombs and somebody else is dropping bombs, 9 times out of 10 they're not going to change your laser code because they don't know how. And so if they're lasing while you're dropping a bomb, your bomb could actually track their laser instead of yours. Just depends on which one it finds first. Or if like you're lasing and you turn your laser off, it's gonna track theirs if it sees it. Anyways, now we're back to the TGP. So Sawyer TGP. And of course it should be gray right now because it's staring out in front of you. If you look at your HUD, right above your flight path marker is a diamond. That's actually where the TGP is looking. And then, if you look bottom left of the HUD, which right now is nothing, it'll actually show what your SPI is, which default is steer point. And SPI is basically it's your sensor point of interest, and it's the sensor that everything is going to go off of. So if you drop a bomb, it's dropping on your SPI. If you drop it CCRP. But if you set your so if it's steer point, it's going to drop towards the steer point. If it's your TGP, it's going to drop towards your TGP. Stuff like that. So just something to keep in mind when you're dropping laser bombs or any bomb CCRP. The first 100 times you're going to forget to change your SPI, and it's going to drop on the steer point on accident. Don't let it discourage you. I still do it every day. But anyways, so what we're going to do is hold China hat aft long. That is going to slew your TGP because it's a soy. It's going to slew it to your SPI, which is the steer point. You do China hat forward long. Oh, sorry, forward aft short. God, I got a muscle memory. Aft short is going to center your TGP back on the HUD, so the center. Let me know if you need a second to play with it. I'll slow down. But you can, with your TGP on the HUD forward, if you move your cursor around, you'll actually see it start to track off. And what it's doing is it's trying to track onto something. It's going to track into the space you leave it on. So, but you can use your HUD to place it. You can use your TGP itself to place it. If you're trying to do something that's not a spear point and you know where it is, you can see it with your eyeballs. You can actually point the plane at it, center your TGP, and then snap your TGP to it by pointing the plane at it and then tapping the cursor. It'll snap to the ground. A lot of stuff to take in, but it'll become muscle memory later. So anyways, do China Hat Aflong again, and it'll snap to the steer point. And then China Hat Forward Short will zoom in or zoom out. It's a snap. The little brackets you see around the crosshairs are actually what the screen will show when you zoom in.
Where the fuck is the emergency jettison at on this goddamn thing?
In the Mirage?
Is it only selective?
I swear there's like a panic button, but there's one that's selective that is like the guarded one in the lower left.
Oh, here we go.
Or
I found it.
yellow switch.
There's a circular switch above the indicator panel. There we go. Jump my center line in. There's 4 deals that the plane didn't know I had anymore. Alright.
Alright, Scars. Oh. On top of...
I'm gonna head out and cook. I'll be right back.
Okay. On top of the snap zoom, DMS hat. Do you remember all your hats?
Sort of.
DMS hat is right below the trim hat.
Okay.
Up and aft are going to zoom in and out between the snap views. And then you'll actually see on the right side I think it's the miles. I can't remember. I have to look into exactly what that is. But I believe it's the miles. To the target from your zoom point. I could be wrong. I gotta look it up again. Not that big a deal.
Somebody just blew up.
Yeah, Fred. He AFK'd, the Hawk doesn't have autopilot. But this little turn mode is gonna be good, you motherfucker. This
Only
turn
have
mode
heaters.
Don't fucking shoot at me.
I'm not in range yet.
Oh. God damn it. Put that shit. Turn the fucking audio down. So anyway, Scars, we're looking at a truck right now.
Oh, the narrow goes where you put the cursor. Nice.
I'm gonna turn my audio down. You're welcome to lock me up much as you want. Don't shoot me. Where's my fucking Dismas page? Hold on, let me load my Dismas page. Okay. So, have your TGP on the right and your Dismas page up on the left.
Yep.
Now, Sawyer HUD, which is fully hat up.
What is that?
That is the switch to the right of your cursor on your throttle. Your index fingers rest naturally on it.
Okay.
And then you'll get a little asterisk on the HUD. DMS hat left, and select the GBU 12s. Actually, yeah, select GBU 12s.
Okay.
Alright, now coolie hat right to Sawyer TGP again. I gotta wait till I come around. So a couple things you want to know is, obviously right now I'm masked because I'm looking at my aircraft. If you have an M on your TGP, next to that little L at the bottom of the crosshairs, it means you're masked. Which means something is blocking the laser itself. Even though the TGP can see it, the laser can't see it. So you can't laser target. The L is for your laser. On the throttle, you know how you have the big paddle at the bottom? Like
Big paddle at the bottom.
front bottom of the throttle. The stick, not the throttle.
Yeah.
The paddle. Behind the paddle, nose will steer.
That's what it does. Okay. I fucking figured it out because I'm smart.
When you can see that truck hit your nose wheel steering button one time,
Okay.
and you'll see the L blink. Now, if you didn't turn latch on, you can hold it to laze. But as soon as you let off, it's gonna laze for like a second, and then it's gonna hit, or it's gonna cut off. If you turn latch on, tap it once, it's gonna laze. Tap it again, it stops lazing. I like to do that because I can hit it and then forget about it, kind of. But you don't want to laze the whole time, but we'll get into that in a minute. I know it's kind of in-depth, but just trying to cover it all. Alright,
I'm not Scorch, by the way.
I know you're not Scorch. That's why I didn't shoot you down.
Oh, goddamn. Don't lock him. Alright, so...
He needs to know what it sounds like to be at the cusp of death.
I've played this game before.
He needs to know what it's like for me to fucking be an asshole.
Alright, so
already know.
you're looking at the truck.
Not anymore. I mean,
Not anymore, he's not.
yeah.
No big deal. As long as your TGP is looking at it, it'll remember where it is as long as you don't bump it. Alright, so
Right.
come out of autopilot. And you're gonna want to climb to about 10,000 minimum, really. You can drop them lower, but until you really know what you're doing, it gives you a little bit of error. You can drop the LGBs like pretty damn high. Alright, and then on the stick, the very forward button above your trigger, set it, click it till you see CCRP on your
Oh
HUD.
shit.
Dude, what the fuck, dude?
He didn't even hit you. What the fuck?
Would you quit that shit? I don't have the fucking time for this. Alright, so to set your set your TGP to B, EMS hat, which is the red pickle button.
Hmm.
Pull aft on that long. Oh, sorry, this forward long. I do this shit. I forget how to tell you. The bottom left of your HUD should say TGP.
Yeah.
Okay, so now your TGP is your speed. So what you can do is you know where the target is. Now you want to get a little ways away, and then you turn around towards the target, and you'll see two lines come up on your HUD. And one of them is going to have a circle with a line coming out the top of it. The other is just going to be a line. The goal is to have the lines as overlapping as possible. One is basically your plane, it's the fall line, and the other is the fall line you want. So let me turn. Oh goddamn! Make sure you didn't get autoed to 4. 0.4. If you're still looking at the truck, you're good.
I'm good.
Okay. So turn in, and then do you see the two lines?
Yeah.
Alright, so you want to try to line them up as best as possible, stay as stable as possible. Now, one of the lines has a circle at the top of it. That will eventually show like a 30 countdown from 30 seconds. And then about 10, I think it might be 15 seconds or 20 seconds, it's going to start falling. When it gets to 10 seconds, pickle, which is the red button, you know, and hold it until you hear the clunk. When you hear the clunk, that's the bomb coming off. At that point, you want to laze. On the left side of the HUD, see, okay, you see your speed? Below that and to the left should be a 26.
Yeah.
When you drop the bomb, that's going to start counting down. That's your time to impact. You want to laze. Everyone's got their own little ways they like to do it. It's different per altitude. The way I like to do it, I'll laze until it gets to 20. I'll let off. And then once it gets to about 10, I'll laze again. And you hold the laser on until it hits. The reason you do that is if you don't laze, obviously it's not going to track, but if you laze the entire time, it's going to continuously try to adjust itself, and it's going to burn off all its energy and it'll hit short.
Yeah, it's a bang bang weapon, so it literally goes 0-1-0-1. So if you let it do that too many times, it just kills all of its speed, and it's meant to lob far to begin with, so it has a little bit of extra, but you can easily knock that out if you let it laze the entire time.
Yeah. I'll do one eventually if I have time, and you can actually watch it and see what it does. And like I said, if you didn't turn latch on, you gotta press and hold that laser button. Make it laze. Nice kill. So you should have been able to watch it go all the way in with a TTP.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So that is the very basics of how to use a GBU-12. I mean, without really getting into any more, you could pretty much kill anything with that. The big thing, like I said, is just to make sure your TGP is speed. Because if it's not, it's going to go to the steer point. Which that one would have been fine because that truck was on the steer point, but anything else. You can also follow trucks with your TGP and laze, and it will actually follow the laser as much as it can. And then if you go to point mode, it'll actually lock on. I think it's point track. I don't know how to fucking track them. Anyways. Now another cool trick that you can do to help, right above the China hat is the boat switch. Press it forward, and then check out what it does, and then press it back and check out what it does. Helps with finding targets. What you bombed in was just good old-fashioned color television, or well, black and white television. Get black hot and white hot for finding stuff. It's very helpful. Like I said, that's the very basics of dropping GBU-12s. As long as you're playing with us, you'll be fine dropping them like that. If we go on a public server, you're gonna want to change the laser code, which I'll walk you through when it comes time to, because it's not difficult, but it's a whole nother thing.
Right.
But like I said, if you don't want to have to press and hold the button, then you can turn latch on, and it lets you toggle it. Another thing you can do, which we'll get into whenever I show you how to do all the laser codes and stuff, is auto lasing. But basically, you could set up a laze time, and like 10 seconds to impact, and 10 seconds to impact is automatically going to laze for you, which is pretty cool stuff. So if you want to drop, I think you got 2 of them. If you want to drop the other one on something,
Actually, I'm coming in to do.
Cool. Plenty of shit down there. Drop it on the one next to it.
Yeah.
Watch. Yeah, did you get the black hot and white hot to work? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool to watch it explode on that too, but when you're trying to find shit in like a town or really even in the desert here, it's very handy.
Oh. Fucked up.
No. Hold on, it's tracking. And splash. A little long, but not bad.
Well, the problem was that to be honest with you, the problem was I hit the wrong thing to
You hit
move
the
my
steer point,
head.
didn't you? Oh.
No, I tried to move my
Oh.
head. I hit the mouse cursor instead of the trim head.
It'd be much better when you get the track R, but it's not bad. Alright, put
Yeah.
yourself in a circle. Wagon wheel, as they call it. And I will show you what bomb does. Kind of cool to watch. So I'm going to drop one. I'm going to let you watch the bomb. And then you will actually see hold on. Turbo laser. You'll actually see when the bomb starts wobbling, that is it tracking the laser. So when you're ready. Let me know when you're ready, Sparks.
Yeah, do you want me to watch in like F2? Or...
Yeah, do F2 on my plane.
Yep.
And then when you actually see the bomb come off, hit F6.
Okay.
I'm turning in now. A lot of times I like to bomb mark points, but this is fine as long as you remember.
You didn't.
Oh, baby. Seconds. Tickling. And one away. Now I'm lasing. Laser off. It should be falling kind of smooth now. And then 3, 2, 1. Laser on. You'll actually see it start to wobble now. See that?
Yeah.
That's it tracking the laser. But you can see because it's wobbling like that, boom. Because it's wobbling like that, that's if you were to leave the laser on the whole time, it's going to continuously wobble like that and basically bleed off all its speed. You can lob these things a pretty decent range if you have some speed up. And then, like, me and Fred did it. We combined arms while I was a JTAC on the ground, and he lobbed one as best he could. And then it came over, and then I basically just lased it in. So it went over and then just came right down into where we wanted, and I lased it in. These things are pretty damn smart. Why they're called smart bombs.
Except when they're stupid.
Which they are sometimes.
Then you're just fucking retarded.
Please, operator error. Alright, I'm gonna drop one more just to even my weight up, and then we'll drop the CBU. Have you dropped the CBU yet?
I don't
Better
know.
question, ask him, have you used CCIP yet?
Yeah, have you used CCIP at all?
I think so, yeah.
Mark 82s and stuff?
It's where you get the little pipper on the line and you just pickle wherever the hell you want the bomb to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. Let me drop this one just to even up my weight real quick. You can actually be, with these, you can be a decent bit off. And they'll still guide in. You just don't want to make any such motions right before you drop, because a lot of times it'll abort the launch. One away. Lasing. Laser off.
Scars, after we're done for the night, I have everything I do on
Laser on.
BMS and DCS is tac viewed, so we can review everything that we've done. Oh, that you've done.
Oh, tonight?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Won't be too much to watch. Okay, so you shot Mavericks, right?
I believe so.
I mean, it's pretty simple. You can actually, okay, go to your maps real quick.
Yeah.
And so you can come off autopilot now. So you know your SPI is still your TGP. Actually, just for use it, whatever. Put your TGP on your left MFD. So you've got them both.
Okay.
Alright, once you turn into the target, your SPI is still TGP. Kinda, with the MAV soy, kinda aft long, it'll actually, it'll actually snap to where the TGP is looking. What China Hat aft long does is it slaves everything to the current SPI. But the maps obviously have a very limited field of view. So what you can actually do is use your TGP to find the targets. Which, here's this line of fucking trucks here for me. Perfect. Now, what I'll do, you want to make sure your maps are the weapon of choice on your distance page. I'm going to and these fucking trucks. Slave. Rifle 4. Just that fast because we're all looking 4 maps away. Boom, 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 splash 4. Because our Mavericks actually get a pretty damn good splash damage on these things. That's the ones I brought. If you want to get them off real quick, that'd be cool.
Fuck some up, I think.
Cool, so you got them off?
No.
Oh. Oh, you fucked up on doing it. Did you make sure to select your Mavericks on your business profile?
Yeah, I couldn't. My tabs like aren't showing. Like the screen's not showing anything. Like it's just black.
That is because you did not snap it to SPI. So make sure your SPI is still your TGP, which is you can see at the bottom right of your, I mean bottom left of your HUD.
Not.
It's a steer point.
Uh huh.
That's why, because the steer point's actually in the air. Because the mission maker sucks.
There's a target steer point, you dumbass.
I know, I'm kidding. So is your TGP still on your left screen?
Yes.
And now it's probably facing in the fucking air, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to put it back to. Make sure you're on steer point 3. Because right now we're on auto, which I'm gonna change. Can't fucking stand it. If you're on steer point 3, then make sure your steer point, which is PMS aft long, is to make it your steer point.
Which one is that?
Just below pickle. So once you make that your steer point, then select your TGP, slave your TGP to SPI, which is now steer point. Kind of a fucking roundabout way. This is why mark points are awesome. Once your TGP is slaved, then PMS forward long, make your TGP your steer point or your SPI again. And then once that's done,
I feel like an idiot because you tell me these things, what they're called, but I immediately forget.
it's alright.
You're going to. It's not. Everyone did.
Yeah, it's completely fine. I still like look down and go, you. It gets to a point where you've done it so much though that it becomes muscle memory. That's why I have a hard time telling forward or long. Because I'm like, which one is it? Because I'm having to think about it. All right, so where
Okay,
you
so I've got the TGP on
on the trucks.
on the truck.
Okay, TMS is below pickle.
Okay.
So hold that forward long. And that should make TGP your SPI.
Uh huh.
Okay. So now that's your SPI. Now, soy or maverick, which is fully hat right long. And then once your maverick is soy, then you're set up. And you know, it'll show a little green window around your mavericks. And then not soy will go away.
Okay.
Okay, so now you got your math soy.
Huh?
Alright, now you can turn around and face the target again, which we're pretty far from. We're actually almost perfect, because these things have about a 15 or 20 mile standoff. Give or take. Okay, now, are you facing the target?
Yes.
Alright, now, your map's still soy, right? Yeah. And your TGP is still speed.
Yes.
Okay, now China hat, aft, long. Now the map screen is similar to the TGP. You can't zoom it in with the DMS like we do the TGP, but the
Okay.
the little
I had did nothing except for change where my TGP was.
that changes where your TGP was looking,
Uh-huh.
not your Mavericks.
Right.
And your TGP was not speed. When it's speed, it's going to show at the bottom left of the HUD, TGP.
Yeah, it does.
It does. It changed where your TGP was looking, but not your maps.
Huh.
Something's not right. Because, did you hit try to hat aft or forward?
Ah,
And you did long, not short.
right.
And it should snap your Mavericks to your TGP, not the other way around.
It just keeps changing. It just keeps changing my.
We'll get there. We'll get to it. Okay, so just soar your Mavericks.
Okay.
And do China hatch aft short. Instead of the center or the HUD. And the Mavericks are the big, like it's a circle with a cross kind of in it.
Right.
So is that the center of your HUD now? Or kind of center-ish?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what we want to do is turn towards the target. Set your steer point back to speed, which is the TMS below the pickle, aft long.
Okay.
Alright, now do this. Now try to hat aft long. See if your Mavericks slave to your steer point. You gotta be pointing at them to an extent.
No, it didn't.
You're doing the China hat, right?
As far as I know, yes.
The throttle.
Red deal on the throttle.
Red deal, very
Yes.
bottom.
Aft is towards you.
I know that.
Backwards, yeah. Well, just making sure.
I know that much.
If your steer point is speed and your Mavericks are soy, when you do that, it should snap your Mavericks to that. You gotta be kind of pointing at it a little bit though. We're kind of pointing away. So turn, do this real quick. Here's what we're gonna do. On your upfront controls,
Huh?
hit function and then 5. And on your right MFD, click CDU. And it should say O1 auto.
Yes.
That second OSB down, click that until it says O1 man.
Okay.
Okay, now go back to your Mavericks. What that is I just changed your steer point from automatically changing to manually changing. On your HUD, make sure it says 3 target, not 4 egress.
Uh-huh.
I think what the issue is it's changing your steer point from 4 and then causing a whole bunch of fucking annoyance. Alright, so fly away from the targets a little bit. Turn around, fly back towards Dallas or whatever. Actually, just straighten wings level and we'll fly out that way.
Race start turning.
Yeah, just go straight. Okay, so while we're flying out, make sure your speed says steer point, STPT.
Right.
And if that does, why'd you pause?
Moving stuff around, I accidentally hit the button.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so what we're gonna do is when we turn around, you're gonna point towards the steer point itself. Like, make sure the The box for the spear point is in your HUD, like you can see it.
Okay.
I wish I hadn't fired on my fucking Mavericks.